Good morning, good morning. Will your heart and soul say yes? Will your spirit still say yes? It says, there is more that I require of thee, but will you still say yes? Good morning to everyone. Good morning, Uncle Ricky. Good morning, Sis Lula. Good morning again, Otis. These are the ones that I can see. But as always, I'm saying good morning to everyone. And if you happen to catch this at some other point throughout your day, I'm saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. He is so good. He is so good. He has carried us through Monday. He has carried us through Monday. And he has allowed us to see another day that was not promised. And I'm truly grateful for that. Each and every day has a brand new meaning in my life. A brand new meaning in my life. I have learned that each and every day is just another journey, another day's journey. And to do what we can do with the time that we have, to draw closer to him, to show love, to receive love, to be blessings, because he is truly blessing each and every one of us, no matter what our situation or circumstance is. We know that we can depend on him because he is always there. So no matter what time of the day or night that we need something from him, we know that we can look up to him and we can ask for what we need. We can ask for what we need. So on yesterday, we discussed the importance of messengers. We discussed how we all have messages that could be vital to the empowerment of others. And so I began thinking about years ago, we had a guest minister to do a revival service at our church. And I felt as though his messages were speaking directly to me. And I'm sure there were some others that felt the same thing. But some messages, it's almost like they're speaking directly to you and your situation that you're going through. And so I remember really feeling as though this message was God's way of telling me that it was time to move. It was time to move from the situation that I was in. It was time. I had put what I could put in there, but it was time for me to move, because don't you know that sometimes we can try to drag or carry people along with us. But when God gets ready to elevate us, and if another person is not ready to elevate as well, sometimes they can hold us back. They can hold us back from truly living out the purposes and the plans that he has for us. So messengers are essential. And on yesterday, it was just an encouragement for all of us to use our messages to empower others. Because I've learned throughout life that healing is a process. It is definitely a process. And I know who the ultimate healer is, which is him. He can heal. He can restore. He can deliver. And so I want to remind and encourage us that our messages are so powerful. And we do not know who we may actually help with our messages. And so you all know how I love to value time. I do. And so today what I wanted to talk about briefly is Teachable Tuesday. Teachable Tuesday. And we know that teachable means capable of being instructed. Teachable Tuesday, capable of being instructed. And so my mind took a journey back into my childhood. I was capable of being instructed by my parents and teachers, not just teachers in the classroom at school, but my Sunday school teachers, my spiritual leaders at church and everything like that. And so at an early age, my passion for learning had already started. My passion for learning, acquiring more knowledge, and then being able to apply that knowledge. And it has not stopped. I guarantee you, my passion for learning has not stopped. He has blessed us with the ability to learn and to grow. Another thing that came about was the fact that sometimes we go through teachable moments. And teachable moments are specific occurrences situations, or experiences that can be used to teach people about something more general. So sometimes in life, we may have experiences or situations that come about. Maybe we weren't completely prepared for them, or we didn't even know how they were going to go through. But we learned something from it because we allowed ourselves to be teachable. Because at the end of the day, we do not know everything. But if we allow ourselves to be teachable, we can acquire more knowledge, wisdom, insight, and understanding. Many times people ask me, even where I work at, because I've been there for a little while, how I became so patient or how I'm able to stay calm in various situations. And so I watched a live on last night and I shared it to my post, Mr. Leon, and he was talking about the importance of patience and endurance during this race. And so over time, we learned the importance of patience. I don't know about you all, but there were times in which I really wanted to see change almost overnight, even though I recognized that change does not happen overnight. So patience and endurance to get through this race, and remembering to allow ourselves to be teachable, because there are always lessons that can be learned, whether it's a new way of doing something, maybe somebody highlights something that they see in you that they feel like you're doing a great job, but you know what, if you apply this, I feel like you could be even more greater at what you're doing. So Teachable Tuesday, allowing ourselves to be instructed by the word, not being afraid to ask questions when we don't really understand something. See, I had to learn that as well. It's okay if you don't know something and somebody is up there and they have more knowledge or more experience. It's okay to ask questions, because guess what? Knowledge is truly power, and wisdom, and us being able to apply those things throughout life. And then once we learn things, we're in a position to where we can show others how to do something, or let others know, you know what, I experienced a similar challenge and this is what I had to do. I really learned something from the headaches I experienced. Good morning, Sis Jamie. I love you too. Good morning. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. So Teachable Tuesday. Let's all allow ourselves to be teachable, because there is knowledge to gain, and then we can share that knowledge with others. And so today, you all know how I do. I don't change with this. I do not change with this. I love to provide spiritual nourishment from what I like to call the book of life, but it is better known as the Holy Bible. So let's see what we have for this morning. Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Colossians 3:16. Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly as you teach and admonish one another with all wisdom through psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit, singing to God with gratitude in your hearts. Good morning, Aunt Carrie. Good morning. Psalms 143:10. Teach me to do your will, for you are my God. May your good spirit lead me on level grounds. John 7:16. Jesus answered, my teaching is not my own. It comes from the one who sent me. So as we recap on this Teachable Tuesday, what are we talking about? Being capable of being instructed. That there are some things that we may not really know all that we want or need to know about. And so the importance of allowing ourselves to be instructed, to learn new lessons, to grow, and to share that knowledge with others. Because there were times like I have mentioned before, that sometimes I may be afraid, or used to be afraid, to be in certain settings, because there were people that knew more than I did. And so I'm thinking, like, what can I offer to this group of people that know more than I know? But guess what? We can ask questions and we can learn. We can learn from others. Good morning, bro. Good morning. And we can share that. And then remember too, the power of being patient and continuing to have endurance during this race. Because each and every day is truly a day to learn more, to grow more, to draw closer to Him, to really work on our connection with Him, so He can even teach us and show us how He wants us to get His work done, His work. And so teachable, allowing ourselves to be instructed, realizing that we do not know everything, but we have the capacity. He has blessed us with that, the capacity to be able to learn, the capacity to be able to grow. And like I say, it's all about giving back as well, serving Him, asking Him, Lord, what would you have me to do? Because He has assignments for all of us, and He will teach and instruct us and equip us to do those things that He has instructed us to do. So as the song said this morning, will your heart and soul say yes? Will your spirit still say yes? Because I'm going to tell you, it takes endurance to run this race. It takes patience to run this race. It takes obedience to run this race. Because I don't know about you all, but at times when I tried to do things in Sylvia's own way, they just did not work out. But when I turned it over to Him and I allowed Him, as I shared yesterday that Dr. Rixie Thompson said, to be God, I allowed Him to be God and to do those things that He needed to do, then I began to feel so much better about things. A lot of weights were lifted because with His strength, we can do all things. And our strength alone, we realize we get tired real quick. Sometimes, depending on how we're feeling, we may go this way or go that way. But when we really lean and depend on Him and we seek Him for wisdom, He gets us through. And I'm sure there are many that can attest to that being teachable, even through the word, being teachable, it allows us growth. It allows us opportunities for growth. The way how we used to react or respond to things, we don't react or respond to things in that manner anymore because we know that God fights our battles. We know that He holds us accountable for what we do. So Teachable Tuesday, I'm encouraging each and every one of us to embrace knowledge, embrace learning, be teachable, and then share those experiences with others because you never know who you may be helping by allowing God to use you for His purpose and giving Him all the glory. Because don't you know, He is working on us even right now. He allowed us to still be here. And so I thank Him for that. I thank Him for each and every one of you. And I'm praying that you all have a blessed day and continue to seek Him in all that you may face on this day. And y'all already know I'm not coming with anything but positive vibes, love, joy, increase in faith, a sense of hope. Teachable Tuesday, Teachable Tuesday, Teachable Tuesday. And peace.